Is now. Alright, hello friends. We are talking about ancient Egypt. It's super fascinating. We've already watched a video together. Now we're going to talk some more about it and fill in the blanks here. I have my highlighter and I have a pen or a pencil ready to go. It says that ancient... Oh, hold up. I got my name at the top. It says, read and review each section, fill in the blanks to complete each statement. What contributions did ancient Egyptians make that influence the world today? Ancient Egypt was governed by powerful rulers called pharaohs. PH says pharaoh. Yep. In pharaoh. Wait, PHARAOHS. Pharaohs. Alright, the next one says that, now this was a section all about government. Here's a section about adaptations. Now, animal adaptations are when animals change either their body or their behavior to work in an environment. Kind of like when you guys are cold, you put on a jacket. Yeah. Well, in ancient Egypt, they adapted to their environment. Most of the land was desert, but there was soil along the what river? The Nile River. Capital N, because it's the name of a real place. I-L-E. L-E says ul. Hey guys, I know you want to get this in your binders, but I need you to stop. Stop. Don't put it in your binder yet. We're answering it, and you're missing me filling in the blanks. Please and thank you. Can you wait? Thank you. Fill in the blanks first with me. There was soil along the Nile River that was good for farming. A variety of crops in this area grew in this area. I'm sorry, I left out a word, so I'm going to start back at the beginning of the sentence. It was good for farming. Highlight farming. A variety of crops grew in this area because the river flooded each year, which created fertile soil. Using our context clues, do we think fertile soil is soil that is good for farming or bad for farming? Good. Fertile soil is good at growing plants. All right, everyone sit up. Skilled farmers invented the first plows and used oxen to dig canals and build what kind of system? You would use plows, oxen, and canals. Canals carry water. These would make irrigation systems. How many of you guys have sprinklers? How many of you guys have ever seen a farm with a big long hose that sprays water? That's called, have you ever seen one while you're driving on the road?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's called an irrigation system. It will irrigate or water the farm. These systems brought water inland so crops could grow. So if you didn't live by the Nile, could you get water?
No.
No, unless you had a canal that would help make an irrigation system. Now, could you get water with a canal? Yeah. So Egyptians had canals. The Romans had what we called aqueducts. Does anyone remember that? Raise your hand if you remember aqueducts. Yep. All right. Architecture is just a fancy word for what? Buildings. Architecture is the design of buildings. B-U-I-L-D. And then we get ings with I-N-G-S. I need you filling in these blanks and highlighting. Please and thank you. The ancient Egyptians used simple machines. Have we learned about simple machines?
Yes.
Name one. Wheel and axle?
Ramp.
What?
Oh, no, not pulley.
Pulley.
Lever.
Lever.
Ramp.
Ramp. Inclined plane, also known as a ramp,
Wagon.
is made up of several simple machines. What about a wedge? What about a screw? Are those simple machines?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. The ancient Egyptians used simple machines to build massive pyramids. P-Y-R-A-M-I-D-S. pyramids used as tombs for their pharaohs. That's where they buried their pharaohs when they die. All right, then we have the ancient Egyptian economy. If you don't know what economy is, I want you to think money, money, money. Ancient Egyptians traded along the Mediterranean coast. Oh my gosh, we know all about the Mediterranean, don't we? Because we learned about Greece and we learned about Rome, and they used, no, China's not connected to the Mediterranean, but we learned about Greece and Rome were located surrounded by the waters of the Mediterranean Sea. What? Yes, yes. Rome is now Italy. It's its new name. They used local resources to produce goods and services. Crafts such as pottery and baskets were traded and used for storage of crops and fish. Now here's something we heard in the video. Linen cloth was created from the, anyone remember what plant? Flax plant, and traded at marketplaces. Stand up when you have caught up and filled in all of these blanks so I know I can move on. Alright. Not yet, not while I'm talking. You can wait till I'm done, but thank you. Turn over your page. You got to move on to the back. Guys, if you use this study guide, you will be ready for the test. Everything you need for that quiz on Monday is right on here and the other side. I haven't decided yet. Ancient Egyptians used small sundials and large ones called obelisks. Can you say obelisk? Obelisk. Obelisks.
That's hard to say.
I know it is. They used the obelisks to know the time of day. This invention showed time by the position of a shadow made by the object when it was in the sun. What? Sorry. Better?
Yeah.
Ancient Egyptians used pots that had holes in the bottom to allow water to drip out. Does anyone remember this from the beginning of the year? I'd pull y'all to do the vows assessment.
Yes.
And we talked all about this.
Yeah.
And remember what it was called? These water clocks. It's a water clock. Yeah. The water clocks help people to know the time. That even worked at night when there was no sun. Why couldn't you use a sundial or an obelisk at night?
Because there's no sun.
No sun, no shadow. No sun, no shadow. I'm going to highlight pots. Ancient Egyptians developed the 365-day calendar by studying the stars and the floodwaters of the Nile River. So who invented the 365-day calendar?
Egypt.
Yeah, I love my calendar. Thank you, Egypt.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're almost done. When we finish, it's time for lunch.
Let's go. We only have 4.
Ancient Egyptians invented one of the first systems of writing called hieroglyphics, which used symbols. Remember those pictures we saw yesterday? Symbols to represent objects and sounds. Hieroglyphs were written on papyrus paper. Papyrus. Papyrus. It's a type of paper made from the papyrus plant that grew on the banks of the Nile River. Where can I find the papyrus plant?
Nile River.
Yeah, on the banks of the Nile River.
Okay.
And then there's a job. A job for people who, Landon, I need your focus. A job for people who wrote on papyrus. They were called scribes. Capital letter, because this is the beginning of a sentence, big S, scribes. Scribes were people who used hieroglyphs to copy documents or keep records. I'm going to highlight copy documents or keep records. Yeah. Where was Egypt located? The size and location of Egypt has changed over time, but it has always been located along the what? Nile River. Highlight Nile River. That's always where Egypt has been. Sometimes it was smaller, sometimes it was bigger, but it's always been along the Nile River. Today, Egypt sits at the northeastern corner of the continent of what? Africa. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia. Maybe ancient Egypt was located in the Nile Valley in, I'm going to highlight Nile Valley in northeast Africa. So guys, all of this is Africa right here. Huh? Sure. I want you to color where the map is sitting right here. Don't color in too much, otherwise the ink will bleed onto the other side. You don't want that.
Just do it.
Yeah, just that little square right there, and then you're golden.
I think a circle. Bye bye.
And then